The 9000X series is a rather unique product line in the Lenovo Legion product lineup. After this modification, the 9000X series' reputation had a reversal and rose to become one of the savior's most well-liked models. Is this iteration of the 2022 Lenovo Legion Y9000X still worthwhile to purchase? The latest Intel Core i7-12700H processor, which has 6 performance cores and 8 additional cores for a total of 20 threads, is used by the Lenovo Legion Y9000X. This time, I received a model that included an RTX 3060 graphics card, 16 GB of DDR5 to 4800 RAM, and 512 GB of PCIe 4.0 SSD, make up the storage combination. The Lenovo Legion Y9000X 2022 model now weighs 2.18 kilograms, up from the 2021 model's weight of 1.92 kilograms. It is a stronger heat dissipation module on the one hand, and the CNC processor's laptop is also involved on the other. The 16-inch IPS screen of the Lenovo Legion Y9000X 2022 has a 16:10 aspect ratio, which results in a very thin lower border. The nominal brightness is 500 nit, the resolution is up to 2560 by 1600, and the refresh rate is as high as 165 Hz. Dolby Vision and G-Sync are also supported. The measured color gamut volume is as high as 104.8% of sRGB, while the measured color gamut coverage can reach 96.5% of sRGB. To meet the demands of video conferencing and online courses, the camera on the Y9000X 2022 has been improved to 1080p level. The keyboard now has the rescuer's standard layout, and the separate direction keys and ARC keycap make it exceedingly user-friendly. The soft and hard are moderate, and the key travel is up to 1.3 mm. The Y9000X 2022 keyboard is the current first-line level, in general. There are 2 brightness settings that can be adjusted for the white keyboard backlight. A press-type fingerprint recognition is integrated into the power button, and the power indicator that surrounds it also serves as a performance mode indication. It is white in balance mode, blue in energy-saving mode, and red in beast mode. 2 USB-C ports are located on the left side of the laptop, with Thunderbolt 4 and Lenovo's 135-watt proprietary protocols supported by the one closest to the hinge. On the right side of the laptop, there is a full-size SD card reader and a 3.5 mm audio interface. An electrical control switch for the camera is located between the two. To safeguard user privacy, the camera can be disconnected while it is closed. At the back of the laptop, there are numerous connectors, including an HDMI 2.1 interface, 3 USB-A interfaces, and a power supply with a square port on the far right. The 230-watt adapter that comes standard with the Lenovo Legion Y9000X 2022 model is more than adequate for thin and light gaming notebooks. The Rescuer C135 gallium nitride adapter, which can give 135-watt power supply under the condition that the weight and volume are significantly decreased, is an option if you need to carry it outside. The non-game usage scenarios with medium and low load are essentially stress-free. The Y9000X 2022's heat dissipation module is constructed of solid materials, has 2 fans, 3 heat pipes, and a large area vapor chamber. Intel's AX211, which supports Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.2, is the wireless network card used. The primary hard drive is a 512 GB Micron 3400 that supports the PCIe 4.0 interface, with a continuous read speed of up to 6.3 GB per second and a continuous write speed of 4.3 GB per second. The observed SSD performance is quite strong. The Legion Y9000X 2022 has a total of 16 GB of DDR5 to 4800 memory, of which 8 GB is on board and available in a replaceable SODIMM slot. If the preceding 32 GB memory stick is changed, the slot's capacity can be increased to 40 GB. To accommodate the requirements of individual customers who require large capacity memory, it is envisaged that a version with 16 GB of onboard memory will be released in the future. The Lenovo Legion Y9000X directly met the 99.99 Wh maximum boarding limit in terms of battery capacity. The Y9000X 2022 model uses Intel's most recent Core i7-12700H processor, which is part of the company's 12th generation. The processor, codenamed Alder Lake, is made using Intel's heterogeneous appearance and 10nm manufacturing process. It has 20 threads in total, and a maximum turbo frequency of 4.7 GHz. It has up to 19% more instructions per clock cycle than an 11th generation core. Performance on single and many cores has considerably increased. Use AIDA64's built-in stability test tool to run an FPU single bake beast mode in the room set to 26 degrees Celsius. The Y9000X 2022 CPU power usage, frequency, and temperature can all be maintained at 90 watt, 3.6 GHz, and 96 degrees Celsius, respectively. The Cinebench R20's multi-thread and single-thread scores in beast mode are both as high as 6591 CP, greatly outperforming those of 11th generation devices at the same level. Cinebench R23 single-threaded score was 1714, while the multi-threaded score was 16,265. The Y9000X 2022 employs an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 laptop mobile graphics card with 6 GB of GDDR5 memory, as its graphics card support the direct connection mode for independent displays. Firmware single bakes the graphics card, which can be stabilized at 100 watt of power consumption, 1275 MHz of core frequency, and 69.9 degrees Celsius of core temperature. The RTX 3060 doesn't need to delve into performance specifics, because it is an industry veteran. Although the performance of the 100-watt RTX 3060 may match more than 85% of that of the 140-watt full-blood version on a heavier gaming notebook, the latter is better. This is pretty nice for a portable gaming laptop. The power of the CPU and graphics card can be stabilized at roughly 45 watt and 100 watt, respectively, after running FurMark and FPU double bake for a while. The Y9000X 2022's Adobe Premiere Pro 2022 editing performance score was 744, thanks to the 12th generation core processor's high performance level, and the RTX 3060 graphics card's hardware acceleration features. The majority of 4K video recordings aren't too problematic. The resolution was set to 2560 by 1600 for game testing, and the precise picture quality settings are as follows. The Y9000X 2022's configuration of a 12th generation Core i7 to 12700H and an RTX 3060 can run popular titles seamlessly at a resolution of 2K with a medium to excellent image quality. The PC Mark X Professional Edition Modern Office Test Project is chosen for the endurance test section. However, PC Mark X's default test method uses a 100 nit screen brightness and has airplane mode activated. Although the battery life results from this test were generally positive, there is undoubtedly a significant difference with regular use. In order to evaluate battery life, I set the device to the following settings: FN+Q to activate silent mode, power mode to maximize energy economy, 150 nit screen brightness, 120 Hz screen refresh rate by default, Bluetooth on, Wi-Fi network connected, and all external connections turned off. It is configured to alter the graphics card mode automatically. The outcomes are more realistic because this is more in line with the scenario of everyday use. The battery life is just 2 hours when the graphics card is set to automatic switching mode, and frequent calls to the independent display use a lot of power. The battery life was increased to 6 hours and 40 minutes by directly switching to the integrated display mode in the BIOS. For routine office tasks, it is more than enough. It is advised to switch to the integrated display mode if a mobile office is required. As the newest addition to Lenovo's small and light gaming notebook product line, the Legion Y9000X 2022 is a well-balanced work with a very high degree of completion. What do you think of Lenovo's new gaming laptop? Write your opinion in the comments. Have a nice day and see you soon.